Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Rachel's Kitchen Table. I'm back. You guys, we've been having such a crazy time lately building a business off of Rachel's Kitchen Table in our own hometown. So I apologize for being a little bit absent recently, but we're here and we are going to make my dad's ham and beans. This time we're going to start with a couple of neck bones, pig neck bones. Usually I would use a shank, a ham shank. We're just going to salt and pepper these. You want to season them up high so you get good coverage. First we're going to add a tablespoon of oil, neutral flavored. And then we're going to go ahead and put those shanks on. Make sure that you turn your burner up to a medium high before you put the oil in. If you're using a ceramic, cast iron Dutch oven, you want to get that pan started before you put your oil in. We use baby lima beans in our ham and bean recipe. They have a creamy texture and they are delicious. I have soaked these overnight in about 8 cups of water and about 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm going to go ahead and rinse them and drain them and rinse them now. Just rinse your beans in cold water. Pick out any ones that you find to be unpleasant. Shake them out. And set aside until we're ready to use them. Or while these neck bones cook, I'm going to go ahead and get our onion cut. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and cut our onion. Make sure you have a sharp knife, guys. We're going to slice this up to add a little flavor to the pot. When I was a little girl, my dad used to make this on winter nights. We lived in California, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But I remember this fondly. My mom would make mustard greens out of a can, which I still love, and cornbread. And we would sit down and have a lovely meal, and all of us kids ate it, and it was really good. And I make it for my family. My husband is not the biggest fan of beans, but he actually does really like this recipe a lot, and so he does eat it. So that's a win. Sometimes when the paper is difficult, it's easier to cut it in half just to rip it off. Ta-da! Alright, so I'm just going to get this diced up, and then we're ready to add it to the pot. Okay, we're just going to dice this kind of largely. Quarter inch or about an inch dice. Okay, and this is ready, so we are just going to add it right to the pot. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and add the onion right to the pan, right to the pot. Stir them around in the oil a little bit. The fat that's released from that neck bone is going to flavor this sauce. And those onions are going to help that flavor enhance. And we're getting a fond on the bottom, so when we go to add the water, that fond is going to act as that concentrated flavor base for you. It's going to make your soup taste like homemade. These brown bits on the bottom, this is called fond. And this is what's going to be that concentrated flavor I was telling you about. Alright guys, at this point, switch to your wooden spoon, grab those drained beans and add them right into the pot with the onions and the neck bone. Alright, now that those have been mixed in, I'm going to go ahead and clear a little bit of a space, and I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. And I want that garlic to bloom in this pot, in that oil, with that fond. And once that blooms, we can stir it in, and then we'll add our liquid. You want to add your garlic at the very last because you don't want it to burn. All right, and then we've got 2 heaping tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Okay, get that all in there. Stir that up into the beans so that it's easier to dissolve when the water goes in. All right, and then we're going to add 8 cups of water. Okay, we're going to season with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I'm not going to season it too heavily with salt because I'm about to add the ham. All right, and just a little bit of pepper. Okay, all right, now we're going to just go ahead and dice up this ham steak in about 1-inch cubes. And make sure to trim off all the fat. You're not going to need the fat here. We already used the neck bone for the added flavor. And just add your ham to the pot. Give it a good stir. Bring to a boil, reduce the heat to medium-low, and just let it simmer uncovered for 1.5 to 2 hours. All right, you guys, it's been 2 hours and our soup is ready to eat. Now, what I did the last 30 minutes was I went ahead and I put the lid on just so it could concentrate a little bit to give it some added flavor. And so if you want to do that, you can. If not, you don't have to, but it does add another level of flavor. Right now, what I want to do is take out these neck bones. You can keep that meat if you'd like to and put it right on into your soup. Otherwise, you can discard it, whichever you choose. Now to serve it up. I'm going to get a big helping because this is one of my absolute favorite meals. And now to see how we did. That is some serious depth of flavor right there. Those beans are so creamy and that ham has a great texture and a great flavor. I can tell where the neck bones seriously lended some great flavor to this soup. You guys, this is so good. It's so easy. It's like 5 or 6 ingredients. It does take 2 hours, but that low and slow method is going to give you guys just some top-notch flavor. It is unbeatable. You guys, I hope you try it. Pass this on to your friends. Have them try it. And if you guys wouldn't mind, like and subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on all of our social media outlets. And if you're in the Columbia, Missouri area, you can now buy our home baked goods. Just visit our Facebook page or Instagram for further details. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll give this a try. From our kitchen to yours. Happy eating. Bye.